welcome back to my channel. It's the Ayana Thomas, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because if you don't know, I'm new to YouTube and I don't have a lot of subscribers, so any subscribers or engagement will definitely help my channel grow. Today I wanted to make this video about how I started my YouTube channel. It took me years to finally begin and push the button on this, so I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through that and hope to be an inspiration to anybody that's thinking of starting a channel. This isn't like one of those videos that gives you the blueprint as far as SEO and keywords to use and all of that strategic stuff. I think that is a topic in itself. So this is really just about that mindset that I had when I decided to say yes to the channel, mentally and spiritually, as well as I guess the equipment and resources that I use to get started. I do want to include a Canva tutorial on how I made my YouTube banner. Please stick around for that. But basically, I just want to go ahead and get straight into it. So this was just my personal experience, but I would say that in order to start a YouTube channel, it takes a certain mindset. And before you even create the channel, you have to really ask yourself, why am I creating this channel? Is it to inspire somebody? Is it to teach somebody? Is it for entertainment purposes? What is your why? I feel like if you create the channel without the why, it is going to be hard for you to stay consistent and really want to create that content. So for me, my why was I love to create. I've been creating for years and I genuinely feel like it's a hobby. Honestly, I love creating so much, specifically media, short form content, graphic design, things like that. I actually do it for a career. I own a marketing agency where I help entrepreneurs and businesses, personal brands with their marketing. It's always been something I've been so passionate about since I was a teenager. It's just always been something that came natural to me. So whenever it came to doing it for myself, that's where I lacked. I did it so much for other people. I didn't do it for myself. However, as I got older, I started asking myself, what are some things that Ayana likes? What are some things that I genuinely feel fulfilled by and that make me whole? And one of those things was creating. So that was one of the reasons I decided to start my YouTube channel. I honestly think creating long form content is a lot easier than short form content. Even whenever I'm editing, I don't feel like I'm editing. Call me crazy. Call me what you want, but editing is fun, okay? And I love doing it. So whenever I considered that aspect of it, I was like, why would I not want to create a YouTube channel? You know, it does give me something to look forward to. So I started my YouTube channel for that reason. Another reason is just having those time capsules, I think, are so important. I grew up watching my best friend have a YouTube channel. If you guys don't know, my best friend is Fresh Dew, and she is a big inspiration of mine. She has had a YouTube channel since we were in high school. Literally, I met her my sophomore year and she was always editing her YouTube videos in film. We actually met in film class. That's so full circle. But basically, I seen her creating all of these really cool videos that captured really important moments in time that me and her went through. So even to this day, I could go on her YouTube and I could see old videos from our homecoming, our graduation, birthdays, and to have a moment that existed in my memory now brought into a little movie. I think it's the coolest thing ever. So that was another really inspiring factor as to why I started this channel. I really wanted to create so I could have these moments to look back on for my future self, for my family, my future kids. I just want to be able to like send these videos to them and be like, you could experience a moment in time with me. So before you guys get started, I think it's just important to like really understand your why and why you want to start this channel. I think it'll help with your consistency and how often you show up and how you show up. So now I want to talk about the turning point. This is another big reason as to why I shifted in my mindset and stopped thinking about starting a YouTube channel and actually like doing it. So the turning point for me was looking at my screen time. My screen time was at an all-time high. I was doing 12 hours per day on my phone. And to be fair, I am in marketing, so it's really hard for me not to be on my phone because a lot of the work I do is on my phone. CapCut, social media, analytics, Canva, those are all resources that I have at this accessibility of my phone. So it's like really hard for me not to be on my phone. However, seeing that number was really alarming for me. I caught myself doom scrolling a lot and I was like, I don't want to doom scroll anymore. I think that is unhealthy. Yeah. being in bed and just like scrolling, and you're just consuming so much and not putting anything out. I didn't want to do that anymore. I really feel like I am a creator, and if I am a creator, that does take a certain mindset that requires me to stop watching others and start doing. I realized that I was spending more time watching other people's dreams than building my own, and for me, I had to cut that out. My desire went from consuming to creating. So that was like the day I was like, it's time to get this going. Another big like revelation I had as realizing where I would be if I had started sooner. Having a YouTube channel was a dream of mine for years. Like I've been thinking about doing it for a long time, but I just continued to postpone and postpone. I just could only imagine where I would be subscribers wise, impact wise, if I had decided to say yes a long time ago. I waited so long, and now, I'm at where I'm at, and I'm okay, because at least, there's still so many things that have yet to happen, and I look forward to growing this channel and kind of taking you guys along that journey. I just never fully committed to the yes, and it caused me to miss out on an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to impact, an opportunity to build a personal brand and a community. There's a lot of missed opportunities with this delay in this process. So I'm tired of delaying it. Actually, it's so funny because today is Sunday and I just got back from church. I go to Change Church in Gwinnett. And one of the takeaways from, actually, let me pull up my notes. If you know, you know. Okay, so one of Pastor PD's points was analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis causes us to overthink not only our own actions, but even what God is doing. It's when the need for clarity overrides the call for courage. You're trying to be certain that certainty becomes the very thing that gets you stuck. So for a long time, I had analysis paralysis. And for me, it was just causing me to get stuck. Although I wanted to start, I'm a perfectionist, and it was one of those things where it's like I wanted to show up a certain way and I wanted to have certain things, but I realized you really don't need any of that. It's really important that you use what you have and God will give you what you need. And he even referenced the verse where in 2 John where God turned water to wine, and they didn't have wine. They ran out of wine. All they had was empty buckets. And Mary, Jesus' mother, said, do whatever he says. And the people did not question it. They did whatever Jesus said. And he said to fill the empty buckets with water to the rim. They didn't question it. All they did was fill the empty buckets with the water, and God worked with what they had and transformed it into something so beautiful. So that is something that I felt like I just wanted to share with you guys because it's so on brand with even starting this YouTube channel. Like, you don't have to have like the newest camera. You don't have to have the cleanest like background or microphones, lighting. Just work with what you have and allow God to reform and redefine the materials and the resources into something beautiful. Okay, so now I want to talk about the gear and the tools that I actually needed to start my YouTube channel. So number one would be a camera. This does not have to be a professional camera. This could be your phone. It could be what I'm currently recording on, which is my DJI. I actually have the box right here. This is the camera that I recently just bought. This is the creator's kit, so it was a little bit more expensive. I spent about I think it was $730 for this, and what it comes with is the pocket camera itself. It also comes with a wide lens, a microphone, a little bag, tripod, and an extra battery. So that's why I went with this one, because it did have more accessories to be able to use this to its full potential. So I went ahead and got it just because I felt like I was going to need to buy that stuff anyways, so it just made sense to buy it all in one. This is the camera that I'm currently using to record this video. I recorded my last video on this camera and it worked absolutely amazing. Love the camera. I don't think you guys need a professional camera to get started. Don't be like me and wait 5 years. I would suggest you guys just getting started. So if that means you guys have to record on your phone, record on your phone. For me personally, it didn't make sense to record on my phone because I did not have storage, and iPhone be tripping. iPhone be giving us a hard time when it comes to storage. It doesn't matter how many iCloud storage. I have 2 TB and I still don't have enough storage. So for me, it didn't make sense to record on my phone. It's super nice having a camera where you could just like store all of your content on and not have to worry about if your iPhone storage is full. That was one of the big reasons why I had to buy a camera. So the next thing I would recommend is a tripod. So whether you have a phone or a camera, you do need a tripod. I think it's mandatory just because your shots will look very stabilized and clean. It's not going to be shaky or wobbly. It's one of the things that I would highly suggest getting. You could order these on Amazon. I'm going to be linking the one I use for my phone, but I do have one that came with my Osmo. That's what I'm currently using right now. But if you guys are recording on your phones, I can include a link for you guys to see which tripod I would recommend. The next thing I will say is lighting. Lighting is so important. I think it will either make or break your content. Currently I'm using natural lighting, and natural lighting is okay, but just some lighting is of course essential in order to get a nice clean video. Those are all of the camera and filming tools that I would suggest. Now I want to transition to all of the editing tools. I have about 4 recommendations for you guys. I do want to make it very clear that this is the stuff that I am currently using. I'm not saying it's mandatory. Some people have different ways of editing, but this is everything that I'm currently using to make these videos. Editing tools for me, number 1 is going to be an iPad. Editing on my iPad is so much better than editing on my laptop or my phone. Although I do edit a lot on my phone, I've never edited a long form video. I technically only edit short form videos under like 3 minutes on my phone, but my iPad has plenty of storage because I really don't use it. I found a reason to use it. God has provided me with so many resources, and I haven't been maximizing my potential because I've just been letting them sit and collect dust when I could have been using them for something greater. I used to edit on my computer. I do have a MacBook, but my MacBook is really just for work, and it's so full because I am a graphic designer, so all my graphic designs are on there. So storage is once again an issue on my computer, and I don't want to run into that same issue. So having like a designated device for my YouTube content in particular is what really helped me. Third thing is an editing platform. You 100% need a platform to edit your videos. I don't suggest you guys investing in a very complex platform as of right now. I think if you're just trying to put together videos for YouTube, you don't need much. I use CapCut. CapCut is absolutely amazing. It has so many amazing transitions, text, features, and it really has every tool that you need in order to get started with your YouTube channel. And there is a free version of CapCut that does give you a lot of accessibility to do a lot of the things that you need. However, I do suggest paying for the subscription, whether it's the premium or the standard. Both of them have really cool, you just get access to more features and stuff, which really lets you get creative to do really fun things with your videos. The next thing is an adapter. So this could be an adapter. Like, I'm going to show you the different ones I have. So I have something like this. I also have one like this, and then I have one like this. So this one has a C port, and then this one has just a standard iPhone, and then this one has a C, but it also has an iPhone. I edit all of my content on my DJI, which has a mini SD card. So then I plug my mini SD card into here like this, and then I connect this to my MacBook, and then I also connect this to my MacBook, which is the C port. So these are both connected to my MacBook, and then I just import all of the content from here into a folder on here. And then from here, I could plug this into my iPad, which is with the C port, and I save all of my content to my files and import into CapCut. That's just what works for me, but it's really nice having a special storage unit for my YouTube content. This adapter is specifically for my YouTube videos, and then it's just super compact. Like, I keep this with me at all times, and then if I want to eject it from my iPad, I can. But if I need to like look through this to see like if I'm missing a video or something, it makes it really easy. So there's that. You could also get something like this, which is an external storage device. Yes, this is my external hard drive that I use to connect to my iPad. This is a C port for this as well. So if I connect this to my iPad, I pull up all of my files in the Files app. which makes it so easy. It works the same as this, it's just like a bigger version. So if I ever needed this, I would use it, but I really just use this for work, and then I use this one for YouTube. That is everything. Oh, and then last thing I would say is Canva. I use Canva to make my thumbnails, and I could use it for my YouTube intro as well. I haven't made a YouTube intro yet, but I do intend to do it. And when I do that, I am probably going to use Canva. Canva is an amazing platform to create for creators. It is so cool and easy. It makes everything super easy. And that's a lot coming from me because I'm a graphic designer, and most graphic designers don't like Canva. And I don't like it on a professional scale because a lot of people think that they could become graphic designers by using Canva, and it's not necessarily meant for that. If you're looking for like professional work, do suggest Photoshop or hiring a designer like myself. But if you're just looking to like get thumbnails, something as simple as a thumbnail out of the way, I think Canva makes it so easy. And they have so many cool little templates for you guys to choose from. I am a graphic designer, so I'm really particular about that stuff. However, so that's me like kind of opposed to the templates. I like it to stand out, and using a template kind of makes you blend in. So, but it gives you a good base. So as long as you're willing to like customize it, make it your own, I think Canva is a great platform. So the next portion of this video, I do actually want to pull up my Canva account and show you guys how I made my YouTube banner. So I'm going to now transition to that. I have my laptop up here, and I'm going to go on Canva, and like I'm gonna try to screen share what's going on my screen, but we're gonna figure it out in the editing process. So I just figured out how to screen record from Canva and record that. So I'm going to be recording on my laptop here and then here as well. And I just wanted to give you guys a tutorial on how I made my banner. It's not going to be my exact YouTube banner, but it's going to be something very similar, and the same technique that I used to create my current YouTube banner is what I'm going to be teaching you guys. So I'm going to show it to you here, but I'm also going to leave a link to download the Canva editable template in the description box below, so you guys could download it, make a copy, and use it for your own. I'm going to make a very nice design for you guys, and I am a graphic designer. That's what I do for a living. So this video is just going to be me exercising that and making something nice for you guys. So basically what I'm going to do is start with this template that Canva provided us. I don't really love all of the elements that are used, but I do think it has a good foundation for us. So first things first is I'm going to go to elements, and I'm going to get just like a regular square. With that square, I want to resize the square to fit the dimensions of, excuse me. Okay, I want this to fit the dimensions of this guide here. So once I did that, boom. I'm now going to position it backward. Okay, perfect. And now I want to change the color. So that blue is a little too bright for me, and you guys can change it to whatever color you want. For me, I love neutrals. I love black, whites, gray, beige, burgundy. Today I'm gonna choose burgundy because I think it's just so cool. So I'm gonna click on that burgundy color. Ooh, that thing looks clean. Okay, so boom. Now that I did that, I'm going to remove these patterns. I think they're actually kind of cute, but it's just different from what I'm looking to do today. Next thing, I want to search up. No, actually, I'm gonna type my name here. And Thomas. Boom. Myself. I want to add a texture to the solid burgundy block. I think that texture would really add like some personality to this, give it a nice artsy vibe. So I love how this grainy texture looks against this burgundy. So I'm gonna pair these two together, change the positioning. And I don't want it to be too overbearing. So I want to navigate to the transparency and turn it down to about 50%. And you could see that nice like gradient right there. I think it came together really nicely. And now it's time to start adding additional elements. So we could remove that picture that is used in the template and replace it with, for time's sake, I'm going to replace it with a picture of myself. This is currently the picture I have in my YouTube banner. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and remove the background and change the sizing and then just blow it up. Replace him, put me right there. Okay, so I actually like how it says follow me on. So we're going to keep that and we're just going to change it to my username, the Ayana Thomas. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, please do. My username is the Ayana Thomas. If you came here from Instagram, hey, thank you for being supportive. So boom, after I did that, I connected them. So it says follow me on the Ayana Thomas. And then to add a little bit more personality to this, guys, I want to go to Elements and search up Instagram like. And I kind of just want to add these little elements throughout the graphic. I'm going to add a couple behind me. I don't know, I'm kind of just playing around with it. There's no particular formula, but I just love how like the little Instagram icons look, and I think it adds a little personality to the banner itself. So I'm going to change the positioning, push them behind me, and then I'm going to change the color to black. You can really change it to whatever color speaks to you, but black, since I like neutrals, it kind of matches the rest of the aesthetic on this design. Now I want to kind of just play around with the font on my name. This is the font that came with the template, but I don't think that it really fits my aesthetic. I want something a little bit more girly, so I'm going to play around with their options. I just want something kind of like easy to read, or I like this one. I really like this one. We're going to keep this one, and then I'm going to put my first and last name. I do think it would add a little bit of personality if I change the first letter of my first and last name to a cursive letter. This is something I always like to do throughout my designs. So I'm going to find like a nice font and add the first letter back in a cursive. Okay, this one is pretty safe. I think it blends well. Let me see. Yeah, this one blends really nicely. Okay, boom. So I added my first and last name, and I feel like I honestly need to like move everything over. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, boom. So now that I moved everything over, it's looking so cute. Let me change this daily content because that is not giving. I'm just gonna remove that altogether. And then I'm gonna actually remove that subscribe, and I wanna look through their elements and just search subscribe and see if there's anything that speaks out to me. Okay, I really like this one. I kind of like this. This is kind of cute. But I do think it's kind of hard to read, so I think I'm actually going to pass on that. This one's kind of cutesy. I like this. We're going to keep this and put it like in this corner. Make it big enough for people to read and put it in that corner there. copy this same font and put it like up here and have like the different niches that I am going to be making content about, which is really just like vlogs. We're going to do lifestyle, and then vlogs, lifestyle, and travel. And that was just random off the top of my head, but that could look different for everybody. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So you kind of just put your niches in the corner. Boom. Okay, so I would say I'm done. Like, this looks really nice. Boom. So this is the banner I created. If you guys want to use this, I'll have an editable link below for you guys to use, but this is basically the same strategy that I used to create my current YouTube banner. And if you like it, please feel free to use it. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this video. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope this video was helpful. That's basically everything I did to get started. I think it would be selfish for me to just keep all this information to myself. A part of me felt like this was kind of premature considering I just started my YouTube channel last week, but I also felt like I just wanted to be authentic to what was really happening in real time. And for me, starting this YouTube channel was a big hurdle that I overcame last week and this week. So really for the past 4 years, but specifically me just taking that leap of faith last week and actually publishing my first YouTube video. A lot of thought went into that, and I just wanted to kind of bundle that up and package it, send it to you guys through this video, and pray that it's helpful to you. I hope you learned something new. I hope you are leaving feeling inspired, and I look forward to making more content like this. Please comment below if you liked this video or if you want to see more videos like this. It'll really help me determine my niche and which direction to take this YouTube channel. But overall, I hope you liked the video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye.